Welcome back to OUNightly. There's a lot to talk about in weather, so let's get right into it. Here's a live view of downtown Norman. It's nice outside. It's cloudy. It's a little humid outside as well, but temperatures are mild, sitting at 72 degrees right now. It is cloudy, despite what the icon says. Winds are out of the southeast at about 19 miles an hour, and dew point sitting at 58. That dew point temperature is critical for the severe weather forecast. More on that in a moment. Much of Oklahoma is included in an enhanced risk of severe weather from the Storm Prediction Center. All of the Oklahoma City metro and most of the Tulsa metro is also included in that risk. And so let's break this down element by element. Here's Wednesday morning. A cold front is positioned in northwestern Oklahoma that will slowly begin its trek across the eastward across the state. Dry line sets up in southwestern Oklahoma, and here's 5:30 p.m. Storms have begun to develop along that cold front, and as this cold front pushes to the east and southeast, those storms will blossom and become more robust and continue to move eastward across the state. Now, at this point in time, Wednesday evening, this model is having a hard time rendering the isolated thunderstorms that will develop down here, but we still are anticipating more severe storms to develop ahead of the dry line that also hold the possibility of being severe, and a tornado threat is included with that as well. More on that in a moment. This is all dependent on dew point temperatures. Can we get moisture in the state to fuel those storms tomorrow afternoon? So here's tomorrow morning, dew points in the 60s, and notice here dry line setting up where the dry air in the orange meets the moist air in the green, and also the cold front right here, that borderline between the two air masses, and that will move eastward across the state. So we have two regions of storm initiation tomorrow. In the earlier afternoon in northwestern Oklahoma, hail and wind will be possible. Second round of storms develops in southeastern Oklahoma later in the afternoon, and an isolated tornado threat exists with that as well. And so breaking this down again, tornado threat is low, hail and wind exist. Those are the highest threats. Flooding is also very low. These storms will be moving really fast, so I'm not anticipating a major flooding threat. Lows tonight, 66 here in Norman, 66 in Oklahoma City, pretty much 60s statewide waking up in the morning, and then rounding out that forecast the next 2 days. Again, severe storms are possible. 2 rounds, one in northwestern Oklahoma earlier in the afternoon. Southeastern Oklahoma has one later in the evening, and then cooler and cloudy on Thursday, rounding out the remainder of that 7 days. Easter's on Sunday. Easter looks beautiful, mostly cloudy skies, but then after Easter, heading into next week, we do bring rain chances in here, and we also cool back down into the 50s. But after the weather, nice stretch of nice weather.
All right, thanks for keeping an eye on that, Trey.
Of course.
Thank you.
Welcome back to OUNightly. I'm Trey Bell. Here's a view from our Kessler cam. This is on the OU Research Farm down in Washington. Some light wind making the grass move around a little bit, but not enough to make that windmill turn. So it's calm outside. It is currently 53 degrees in Norman with, again, light winds and a dew point of 20. So we are dry as well. That's the reason we haven't seen any fog today like we have over the past several days. So we have clear skies now. That will continue into this evening and into the early morning hours tomorrow. Some clouds begin to build in northern Oklahoma and out in the Texas Panhandle, and those will push east throughout the day. And by tomorrow evening, we could see a little bit of drizzle. I'm not expecting any significant accumulations, if any at all. And then after that, those clouds move off to the east, and then as we're going throughout the day on Thursday, on Valentine's Day, we'll have clear skies once again. So here is 7-day temperatures. Here's a roller coaster of temperatures. Notice 60s over the next several days, 68 on Valentine's Day. Beautiful weather I'm anticipating on Thursday, but then the bottom falls out, and by next week, a week from today, we're sitting below freezing for an afternoon high. Highs tomorrow, 62 degrees here in Norman, 63 in Oklahoma City, and then winter does come back. Winter strikes back Friday morning, and cold front slams in. Notice warm temperatures on Thursday, winds out of the southwest, highs in the 60s and 50s, and then northerly winds coming south across the state. Notice those streamlines, and then we're waking up Friday morning in the 20s and 30s across the state, but those powerful north winds will make the wind chill much colder than that. It will be very chilly Friday. 68 degrees by 4 p.m. on Valentine's Day with slowly building clouds throughout the day. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous, rounding out the evening at 8 p.m. by 55 degrees. And tonight, temperatures slowly drop into the upper 30s. Clouds also build as well. And then lows tonight, 33 degrees as we're waking up in Norman tomorrow. Day planner tomorrow, warming up to the lower 60s with clouds building throughout the day as well. And so our 2-day forecast, beautiful weather over the next 2 days, and the bottom falls out, especially heading into next week. And guys, next Tuesday, I do see a pretty significant chance of some snowfall or some winter mix, but that's definitely something we'll have to watch and we'll continue to track over the next week.
This shot straight to my heart there after Thursday. Valentine's Day, we're going downhill.
Yes, the downhill bottom falls out.
I'm ready for some snowfall, though.
I am. You know, it'd make it a
Yeah.
little exciting. If it's
Done
going to
with
be
it.
cold, let's get some snow in here.
All right, thank you, Trey.
Of course.